Indiana's starting group. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. And for Cleveland, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
I'm just going to be real with you. With a full head of steam, the defense, they might not even bother when Mitchell's going that quickly.
Here's Halliburton. Halliburton draws the double. Launches the three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Puts it up from the high post. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Showing off his skills as a shooter. Mitchell knocking down that mid-range look.
Here's Halliburton. Siakam for three. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Mitchell drives in. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
And the basket by Halliburton.
What a release. Halliburton getting rid of it.
Here's Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Mobley. It's a one-on-one situation. He shoots. Mathurin with a rebound. Indiana's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Good on the shot.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
The three from Mitchell. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
And the dunk by Halliburton.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Walker with it, guarded now by Mitchell. Walker passes to Turner. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know, it just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Mitchell against Mathurin. Turner, a screen on Mitchell. And he jams it home with authority.
Yeah, this is how impactful Mathurin can be in close. He loves jamming it home.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021, and his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Ryan, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. And so the ball out of bounds. Mobley touched it last. A minute 9 left in the first. Such a wide open look. Halliburton's got 8. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Mitchell into the lane. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Pass to Matherin. Siakam with a screen on Hunter. Matherin against Hunter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 7, Indiana needs to get a shot off. That shot wide open.
Gotta be encouraged watching Turner shoot with conviction, realizing his team trusts him to take these fast shots.
Hunter, a screen on Walker. Here's Mitchell. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And that's not going to go. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Indiana?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Now, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
On the court for the Pacers, second quarter underway. Halliburton runs point with Matherin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Good ball pressure and fast plays like that will tighten this up quick.
Halliburton outside. Up top, Turner. Halliburton outside. Hunter with the rebound. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. 4-point game. Okoro, no good. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Walker. Banked it in off the glass.
This is how Walker likes to play. He invites contact and he dishes it out.
Hunter, a screen on Walker. From deep, Mitchell. The offensive rebound. The 3. From outside, Mitchell is good.
Perfect use of the pick and roll. Mitchell just taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Matherin against Mitchell. Back to Turner. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Here's Allen. Outside for Mitchell. Mitchell gets a step. And Mobley throws it down.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's quick off the floor. He's got a 7'4" wingspan. Look, this man finishes the way he was built.
Halliburton for 3. Mobley grabs the board.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Mobley on a screen. Ooh, good chance here for Hunter. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Halliburton outside. Siakam the screen. Right side Matherin. Ooh, stolen by Allen. And here they come. Here's Hunter. And finished off by Hunter.
The break started with the steal by Allen. Look, those live ball turnovers, they will get you.
Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jared Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move.
Wow! Put that in the dunk contest.
BA, I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Halliburton up top, guarded by Okoro. Pass to Matherin. Shot clock at 6. Outside Walker. To end the drought, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Halliburton outside. Ball stolen. And here we go again. The Cavs on the break.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Halliburton. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Isaac Okoro.
Oh, forcing the issue. Halliburton in attack mode.
At the line for two.
Both shots good from the stripe.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Mitchell against Walker. Outside Mitchell. Oh, Donovan Mitchell, just electric.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
Halliburton, no good. The Cavaliers lead by 5. Here's Okoro. Hunter against Walker. Can't hit that one. Siakam with the defensive effort. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Mathurin passes to Turner. Kicks it out to Siakam. Siakam the screen. Now here's Halliburton. Guarded by Okoro. Three-pointer Mathurin knocks it down from distance. Mathurin's gotten his third basket of the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Cleveland on top. They lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Dean Wade is out there with Max Strus. Then it's Darius Garland. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Jerome in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
One of the harder jobs in the league today is trying to stay with Garland on that open floor. He's too quick. He's too savvy.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Bryant's got his first 2 points of the night.
Being opportunistic, just taking what the defense allows.
Yeah, if they aren't going to take away his space from mid-range, look, he's going to continue to shoot.
Pacers trail by 6. Top and a screen on Garland. Here's Shepherd. Yep, that one goes. Shepherd's gotten his first points in this one.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Garland scanning the floor. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Thomas Bryant. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Garland for 3. And Cleveland another 3.
And Garland can get going from deep, which is why you can't give him very much space.
Here's Shepherd. That one goes in. Shepherd's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Yep, count it.
Now that's how you use your imagination. Garland can get his shot off from just about any angle.
Going inside. Here's Shepherd. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Here's Garland. Got it. And now it's a 9-point Cavalier lead. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
There's the drive. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Just slicing his way to the rack. This man is so crafty. I love it when Garland takes charge like this.
Toppin outside. Here's Shepard, guarded by Garland. And there's Shepard. That one's good on the assist by Toppin.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And the shot is good by Garland.
Looking for a high percentage shot. Garland wants the best look he can get.
And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Here's Shepard, guarded by Garland. To the left wing. Pass to Shepard. There's 1:34 left in the third quarter.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
He gets it in there. Garland's got 16 in the second half.
Shaping up to be a nice night from Garland, and his offensive energy right now, the team should be pretty excited.
Here's Shepard, guarded by Garland. Basket's good. Shepard's got 10 points in the quarter. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Garland. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
And here's Shepard for 3. Kept alive. Toppin. Three-pointer. And it's Shepard missing.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Inside. Toppin with a steal. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. From outside the arc. Second chance shot. Nembhard outside. Sinks the tray. Nembhard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Garland. The 3-ball. And so it's Cleveland finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Pacers trail by 8. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Matherin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the 3.
And when given a chance, Turner drains that shot. The defense has to know this and defend them better.
Outside Hunter for 3. Rebounded by Halliburton.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Turner. Mitchell grabs the miss. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've led by as many as 11. Mobley, a screen on Halliburton. And there's the lob. Matherin with a steal. Halliburton with the ball. Guarded now by Mitchell. Walker's shot is off. Cleveland leading by 5. Hunter on the wing. Defended by Halliburton. Hunter passes to Mobley. The kick to Hunter. 4 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. Indiana with a rebound. Halliburton's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Matherin. The 3 is up. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Cleveland's shooting a red-hot 63% in this game. A strong move by Mitchell inside.
It is not an easy thing to body up to Mitchell. He is built like an absolute brick.
Pass to Turner from deep three-point land. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Halliburton's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Mitchell. Takes a 3. Indiana with a rebound. Halliburton with the ball. Guarded now by Okoro. Halliburton looking over the floor. Pass to Turner. Now here's Halliburton. Tightly guarded. Back to Turner. 4-3. Offensive board. Matherin passes to Siakam. Stolen by Mobley. Now Okoro. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Pacers trail by 4. Now Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Mitchell against Matherin. Siakam with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Matherin. That one drops for him.
This is what the team likes about Matherin. He's calm and cool when they need him to step up.
Mitchell against Walker. And Mitchell with the slam.
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
He's not going to let this game get away from them. He's going to get to the bucket and get them points.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Intercepted. Okoro with the ball. Turner covering. The rebound by Turner.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Matherin against Allen. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And such a powerful player. Matherin using that athleticism to draw fouls inside.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
And by missing that free throw, now a 3 could even the score. Not ideal.
Mitchell against Halliburton. And it's Tyrese Halliburton with the rebound. And here's Indiana now. So far in the 4th, they've allowed just 6 points. Pass to Turner to tie it up. Kept alive by Indiana. Outside Walker. Now here's Turner. On the wing, Matherin. Turner, a screen on Hunter. 3-pointer, Matherin. Oh, he nails it! Oh, a tremendous 3! We're tied! There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Mobley outside. Allen with a screen on Walker. Mobley passes to Allen. Money!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
They knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
There's a screen by Turner. 3-pointer, Halliburton. Oh my! What a shot! And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
Unless they can get a wide-open jumper, they might want to attack inside, because even if you miss at the rim, you can still draw a foul.
Nice execution on the inbound. Just how you want to draw it out.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. How do you you think this is going to play out?
They've got just enough time for a catch and shoot, but it needs to be immediate.
And so the big win by Cleveland in a tight game. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so...
to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience, it takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Wagner in at the small forward.
And how about the quick thinking on the catch and shoot? Have to applaud Allen's decision-making there.
Suggs with the ball. Caldwell Pope up top. Here's the three. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. And Stan, after a few down years, the magic has been recaptured here in Orlando.
It sure has, Kevin. They've had great draft picks. They have a couple of young franchise cornerstones. They've got size. They've got guys who will continue to improve. This team's got a chance to be really, really good going forward.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
And it's sent back by Allen. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Caldwell Pope outside.
And love to see the effort from Mitchell at the defensive end, getting a hand up and challenging that shot.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Kenny Atkinson, DA.
Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. See if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Suggs. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Banchero outside. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And Caldwell Pope, explosive off the floor. He can catch you unawares with his dunking.
The try by Mitchell gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses. 1:58 left here in the opening quarter. And here is Suggs. He has 5. Going inside. Here's Wagner. Banchero kicks to Caldwell Pope. Good on the triple. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points so far.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. This one for 3. Allen with the rebound. Knocked away. Stolen by Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And Mitchell's energy level is really impressive. He's someone that doesn't give up on possessions.
Here's Suggs, and Suggs throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Carter. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 5. Banchero outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Magic.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. So, Stan, we watched Kentavious Caldwell Pope's career, and he's played for a handful of teams. And he's been a starter on multiple title teams, including the 2020 LA Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I love coaching him. This guy is a hard worker. He's one of the best conditioned athletes in the league. His stamina is incredible. He knocks down threes. It's not a coincidence that he's been on championship teams in 2 different cities.
Amazing. Here's Mitchell. After the made shot from Wendell Carter. Here's Allen. And Allen with the slam.
Flushed by Allen there. What I love about him is that he's a center and he's not trying to be a guard. He knows who he is.
Now, here's Banchero. Wagner kicks to Banchero. Now, Suggs. And he converts the layup. Suggs has got 9 points.
Oh, strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. It's stolen by Carter.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
Caldwell Pope outside. Banchero is screened for Caldwell Pope to the right side. Banchero inside, covered by Okoro. Here's Wagner. And that one, good. And now it's a 10-point Orlando lead.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with the solid find there that leads to a bucket.
For 3, Mitchell. Here's Mobley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Pass to Hunter. Here's Allen. Shot clock at 6. It's up a 3. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court.
2 minutes
Kevin?
remaining.
All right, David, thank you. Now Caldwell Pope following the 3-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. From deep 3-point land. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Mobley with it, now guarded by Caldwell Pope. And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul.
Second team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Mitchell against Suggs. Now here's Okoro. He's covered closely. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
What I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Now, here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Wagner wide open. Another miss by Orlando.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And how about the strength from Mitchell, looking tough and determined on that aggressive take inside.
Caldwell Pope passes to Banchero. 6 on the shot clock. Banchero a screen on Mitchell. Here's Caldwell Pope. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 11. Latrey nailed from three-point land. And now just a 4-point Orlando lead. There's Wagner with the 3. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Magic lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Isaac out there with Wagner. Then there's Black. And it's De Silva in at the 2.
And really impressed with the aggressive nature of Isaac. He takes charge whenever he is driving with that kind of force to the rim. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
The Cavaliers trailing. And he hits it to tie the game up. Garland's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Here's De Silva. Hasn't made one yet. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Here's Black. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. And yes, it's good. Black's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting hip touches, this game won't be tied for long. Putting on a clinic this quarter. I mean, what a tremendous outburst scoring-wise.
A nice shot by Black. Black's got his second basket.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
A second chance effort. Count that one. Black's got 6 here in this quarter.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Here's Garland. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Wagner wide open. Cans it from downtown. And now a 3-point Magic lead. Isaac against Garland. And there's the drive. It's good again. And the next one, 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Dribble penetration is what Garland's all about, and he's a great decision maker on the move.
Here's Black. Thompson with the rebound. Swiped away. To the inside. Itadze. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much. Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Orlando ball.
.116 left in the third. Isaac a screen on Garland. To the wing right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bitadze. Pass to De Silva. Isaac against Strus. Goes back up. And it's laid in by Isaac. Isaac's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Isaac is rapidly becoming a load for the defense. He utilizes that huge frame to get the shot he wants in the paint.
Now, here's Garland. He's got 14. And that one is good. Garland's got 16 points.
And not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Here's Black. He's got 6. Goes up to the stripe. No good that time. Here's Garland. Floats one up. Oh, and the buzzer beat is good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. It's the Magic leading by a point. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with the quarrel. And it's Hunter in at the small forward spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Mitchell with it. To tie it up. Made that one as his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Suggs looking around. Banchero has screened for Suggs. Lock at 6. The 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Mobley throws it down.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
Suggs up top, covered by Okoro.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Kicks it out to Wagner. Back to Carter. Banchero outside. Orlando moving the ball around. It's good. And the Magic lead by 2.
And really good habits paying off for Suggs. He's finding shots and drumming up points for his squad.
For 3, Mitchell, and the 3 ball is good. Mitchell's got 6 in the quarter.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot, and when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Banchero outside. Takes it inside. And finished off by Banchero.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
Mitchell kicks to Hunter. Fires the 3. Carter pulls it in. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Orlando. They've led by as much as 10. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Pass to Suggs.
2 minutes.
Carter with the screen. And that one is good from Suggs. And now a 4-point Orlando lead.
And this is a guy who is really comfortable with the ball in his hands. Suggs so dangerous in the pick and roll.
Mitchell, this is to Mobley. It's stolen by Banchero. That one drops for him. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Magic?
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the boards? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
Here's Suggs. That's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
And the basket has become almost like the ocean here. They have not missed anything here down the stretch.
Mitchell against Suggs. The drive by Mitchell. And he goes big with the dunk right over Jalen Suggs.
And what a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
Suggs with the ball. And Allen picks him up defensively. Carter kicks to Suggs. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. Orlando needs to get off the shot. And it's Carter missing. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
There's 31 seconds left in the game. Mitchell finds Hunter. A three-pointer off the mark. Deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
And you love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's Caldwell Pope. A special move before the shot.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
No good. And so it's Orlando winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the...
starters for Orlando. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope, and it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Pacers, Halliburton runs point with Matherin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the 3. These two teams love to share the ball. Now, Doris, you were a gifted passer, a conference assist leader. What makes a great playmaker?
Well, look at Brian Anderson doing his homework on his partner here. I think, obviously, you have to have some vision. You've got to have a handle to be able to get to the spots you want to on the floor, to deliver the pass at the appropriate angle. But maybe most importantly, you have to have a desire to make your teammates better.
Basket counts.
How about the agility of Jalen Suggs to navigate the painted area and finish? Pretty nice stuff right there.
Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Picked by Carter. Suggs against Halliburton. Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, my goodness. Rock the rim, Wendell Carter Jr. We see you.
Suggs against Halliburton. Turner, a screen on Suggs. Here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Fires the 3. Hits the three-pointer.
I'll tell you, for a big man with his length, Myers Turner shoots it well from deep. This guy outstanding at spacing the floor.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Yes, it's good.
Well, you love when guards are unafraid to get to the painted area and finish. Go ahead, Tyrese.
The kick out to Banchero. Pass to Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Halliburton against Suggs. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Turner, a screen on Suggs. Here's Halliburton. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Suggs. Here's Banchero. Outside Carter. Floats one up. Indiana with a rebound.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He said watching tape in preparation for this game, Wendell Carter just kept showing up. Whether it was on the boards, being in the right position defensively, or even stretching the floor at the offensive end. Carter makes a lot of plays that help his team. Brian?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And here's Indiana now. The Magic making their last shot. Pass to Turner. Three-pointer, Halliburton. The long-distance 3 is buried. Halliburton's got 7 points in the game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game.
Banchero with it, and Walker picks him up defensively, and Banchero gets it to go.
Yeah, look at Banchero opting for the soft finish. Great to see him be so versatile with his offense.
Pass to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. On the attack, Carter.
Boy, on that drive, Wendell Carter Jr. just takes full advantage of the long strides, gets him to the cup in a hurry.
Here's Halliburton. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. 9 points in the game.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
3 on 3. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Halliburton. The kick out to Walker. Pass to Mathurin. Just 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Siakam for 3.
Now, this guy takes pride on the defensive side of the ball. Banchero not backing down.
Got it up. Oh, did he get it off in time? He did! How about that? Are you serious? Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Orlando ahead. They're up by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Magic.
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. They're speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for the Pacers. Wagner finds Suggs. Shakes him. He hangs. No good that time. Excellent D there from Siakam. Pacers trail by 3. Pass to Halliburton. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And here's Turner from the arc. Orlando with a rebound. Carter's got his 4th rebound in this one. One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, BA, how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
Banchero surveys. Orlando again missing. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. That's tipped. Suggs with it. Picked up by Mathurin. And the Magic pushing it up now. Here's Wagner. And he buries his first look.
That's about simply playing hard. Wagner doing what it takes to find a shot in the interior.
Turner, a screen on Suggs. Pass to Turner. Kicks it out to Siakam. Hits the trifecta. Siakam's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, all you have to do when a teammate has the basketball is beat a target, and Pascal steps into it and lets it go. Nicely done.
Banchero outside. Back to Wagner. 6 to shoot. Siakam pulls down the board.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Mathurin with the ball. He's picked up by Banchero. 3-pointer, Halliburton. Another 3 for Indiana.
And just one of those nights for Tyrese Halliburton. He's kept his foot on the accelerator, and he's putting it to the defense.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Halliburton, no good. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Banchero in the post. Defended by Halliburton. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Indiana with a rebound. The definition of a stretch 5, Doris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a 3.
And it's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range, and then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
Mathurin passes to Turner, and he banks in the layup. Turner's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Well, exactly what you want from the guy in your pick-and-roll position. He's got to be able to set a firm screen and then find his opening.
Banchero the screen. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Banchero. Matherin with the ball. He's picked up by Banchero. Turner, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Here's Halliburton. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Yeah, this play is about the effort level of Tyrese Halliburton, running the floor to get that break.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Orlando shooting their first foul shot of the night. That's good from Suggs.
Despite his young age, we know Jalen Suggs has proven to be a tremendous leader. His teammates love playing with this guy.
Walker for three. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Walker's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Walker against Suggs. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Suggs. Clock at 6. It's good. Suggs has got 5 points in the quarter.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Halliburton attacks. The steal. Wagner for three. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. Wagner is out there with Goga Bitadze. Then there's Jonathan Isaac, and it's De Silva in a 2-guard.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
To the wing, right side. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. Shepard's gotten his first points of the night. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, BA, and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
Orlando shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And he's good on the second.
You know, he couldn't make all of them, and they'll have to settle for just a 1-point lead.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Fires the three. Orlando with the rebound. And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's De Silva. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Bitadze. And here's Wagner. Here's Black. Shot clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. And it's Shepard missing. Magic leading by 3. Down low. Here's Bitadze. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Oh, a good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's the screen by Bryant. Outside Nesmith. From deep. Tipped. Here's De Silva. To the middle. Toppin with a steal. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. Team on the rise, Allie. Thank you.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Here's Black. Oh, and Bryant with the block.
Boy, you'd love to see more of this from Thomas Bryant. He has the length necessary to send shots back.
Pass to Wagner. Wagner with a screen. The Magic need to put one up here. Puts up a three. Sends it home from three-point land.
3 points.
Wagner's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. There's a screen by Toppin. Here's Shepard. Nimhard outside. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Isaac outside. And the dunk by Isaac.
Well, there's tremendous length with Jonathan Isaac. How about the ability to finish with authority? Go ahead, young sir.
And we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball violation. It'll be a jump ball.
Here's Black. 5 points in the game. Latase with a screen. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. Indiana with a rebound.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
34 seconds left in the third. Here's Bryant. Lays it up and banks it in. Bryant's got his first 2 points.
What power inside by Thomas Bryant. Boy, don't mess with this guy.
Latase can't hit. Pacers trail by 5. Here's Shepard. Toppin outside. He got it up. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The third quarter comes to a close. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Halliburton runs point with Matherin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Halliburton misses.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Picked by Carter. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Now, this is a guy putting his physical gifts to work. Jalen Suggs, no doubt on the dunk.
There's a screen by Turner. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
Magic ball.
Orlando with the ball. 7-point game. Biggest lead so far. Suggs, the pass to Caldwell Pope. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Lets it go from deep. Sinks it from distance. Caldwell Pope's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Halliburton against Suggs. Turner, screen on Suggs. Pass to Turner. The 3. Orlando with a rebound. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. And a foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Mathurin against Wagner. Carter, a screen on Mathurin. Wagner against Mathurin. Wagner, the pass to Carter. Now here's Suggs. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Halliburton.
Well, you love the footwork and the persistence from Tyrese Halliburton defensively. Great pressure.
And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Three-pointer Mathurin gets the 3 ball to go. Mathurin's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Banchero with a screen on Walker. The kick out to Banchero. Just 4 to shoot. Paolo, strong.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
Turner, a screen on Suggs. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Outside for Halliburton. Turner, a screen on Suggs. Back to Turner. Pass to Halliburton. From behind the arc. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Banchero. Here's Carter. Back to Banchero. On the wing, Caldwell-Pope, defended by Halliburton. Halliburton against Caldwell-Pope. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Now here's Halliburton. He's closely guarded. Pass to Turner. This one for 3. That shot, no good. Orlando leading by 9. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Turner, a screen on Suggs. Oh, Ali, the Rainmaker.
Tyrese Halliburton has already proven to be a very capable 3-level scorer. What a fun player to watch.
Caldwell-Pope against Halliburton. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. And Carroll with a screen on Halliburton. Caldwell-Pope for 3. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. And Siakam has got the ball here for Indiana. 8-point game. Outside Mathurin. Siakam with a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Here's Mathurin. Stripped away. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Let's go with a 3. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the 3. And the Magic lead by 11.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
So it's the Magic winning this one easily. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins
starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3-7. And for the Pacers, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the small forward. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Count that one from Mobley.
Oh, great pass by Mitchell. He can run your offense, slide over to the 2 as well, giving you some great backcourt versatility.
Boy, he launched that one from way outside.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Halliburton's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. Hunter sets a screen for Mitchell. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
Oh, the leaping ability of Mitchell, allowing him to go way upstairs.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick Carlisle and I did speak a few minutes ago. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Clark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. They do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
A nice shot by Halliburton.
Such a creative scorer in close. Tyrese Halliburton only needs a sliver of space to make you pay.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Mitchell's got 7. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Turner with a screen for Halliburton. Outside Turner. Pass to Mathurin. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And it's slammed in by Turner.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Halliburton. 5 points in the game. Turner with a screen for Halliburton. Takes it off the glass. He's got 7.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Down low. And Mobley throws it down.
And the defense so concerned with Mitchell in the 2-man game. That opens things up for others. Nice find.
Here's Halliburton. On the wing, Mathurin. Turner with a screen on Mitchell. Mathurin passes to Walker. Siakam sends a screen for Halliburton. There's the drive.
First step quickness that time from Halliburton. Got the defender on his heels.
Mitchell against Walker. Fires for 3. Cleveland the rebound. Hunter, no one around him. A basket good off the assist from Allen.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here is Halliburton. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Now Mitchell. To the paint. And Mobley throws it down.
And you want more of this from Mitchell. Good to see him moving the ball like that.
Turner with a screen for Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going. Woo-hoo-hoo, that's the stuff of nightmares for the defense. They'll see that one in their sleep. A long athlete like Allen flying in the air, that's a bad picture.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. For 3, Mitchell. Walker with the rebound. On the wing, Mathurin. Screen by Siakam. Puts up a 3, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Offense, the order of the day is the first quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
So on the floor for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3. Now, here is Halliburton. Launches it from deep. Evan Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum level capability. His turnover numbers outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists. I think a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Here's Halliburton. The Cavaliers making the shot. Outside Turner. His three-pointer's off the mark. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Allen, a screen on Mathurin. The drive by Mitchell. Stolen by Walker. Halliburton right side. Halliburton on the wing. With the floater. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. And here is Mitchell. He's got 17. The tray. Siakam pulls it in.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam, Clark, has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Outside Turner. Siakam sets a screen for Mathurin. Bangs home the trifecta. Mathurin's got 5 points in the quarter.
And with each made 3, Mathurin's confidence rises, an encouraging sign.
Here's Okoro, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here is Halliburton. 12 points for him. Out to Turner. And Turner throws it down.
No way Halliburton was going to sleep on that one. I mean, he's too good at reading the defense.
Mitchell passes to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Offline with his 3. Pacers trail by 6. Turner with the screen for Halliburton. Outside Turner. And Walker kicks to Turner. Outside for Halliburton. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Halliburton's got 15 points.
As fast as lightning, Halliburton gets it and shoots it in a matter of nanoseconds.
And they pick up 2. Now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 17. No problems knocking that one down. He's got 9.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Turner with the screen for Halliburton. Outside Turner. 3-pointer. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. The finish. And then Allen slams it in.
You know, Allen really moves well for a player of his size, and he's always hustling. That set up the fast break finish there.
Turner with the screen for Halliburton. Drops in the layup for 2. Halliburton's got 19 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Allen, a screen on Walker. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Cavaliers lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Andrew Nemhard is out there with Shepard. Then there's Aaron Neesmith. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Toppin in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And so it's Cleveland with it, following the score by Indiana. Back to Garland. Cavaliers moving the ball around. Basket counts. Look, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches. And we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway. But we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
And here are the Cavaliers now after Indiana gets the 3. The wide open shot from Strus. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Pacers trail by 3. Here's Toppin. And he gets it to go.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Garland. Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
Look, Tristan Thompson is a relentless glass eater on both ends, so you got to get a body on him.
Indiana's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. With the drive, Bryant in the corner. And the Pacers another 3.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Indiana's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Toppin sets a screen for Shepard. Drives to the hoop, and it's in there. Shepard's got 7 points for the quarter. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Garland with the bucket.
Fearless move by Garland inside, going for the high percentage shot.
Here's Shepard, guarded by Garland. Tapping a screen on Garland. Here's Shepard, and the shot is good. Shepard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pacers.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The wide open look here for Garland. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Toppin. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Clark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
You can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
Stolen by Garland. And Garland with a clear path to the basket. The slam dunk by Garland.
And how's that for a two-way effort? Garland right on top of that.
Pass to Toppin. Here's Shepard, guarded by Garland. Here's Nemo. Stolen by Garland. To the middle. Here's Wade. Toppin pulls it in. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
In the corner, it's Neesmith. Pass to Bryant. Thompson with it. And it's Toppin picking him up. Outside Garland. Driving inside. Count the basket. Now it's a 5-point Cavalier lead.
Dribble penetration is what Garland's all about, and he's a great decision maker on the move.
Shepard, the pass to Toppin. Here's Nembhard. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. And here's Halliburton following the three-pointer from DeAndre Hunter. Mitchell with it. It up there for Mobley. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pacers trail by 10. Here's Halliburton. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Tyrese Halliburton, take a bow, young fella. You deserve it. You have been outstanding.
A kick out to Mobley. Here's Allen. Misses from close range. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. On the wing, Mathurin. Covered by Hunter. Turner finds Mathurin. Shot clock at 5. Out to Turner. The shot. And Okoro pulls it down.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Mobley throws it down.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Pass to Halliburton. Out to Turner. Jacks up a three. No good.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
Now, here's Okoro, covered by Siakam. Stolen by Walker. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Now, here's Halliburton. Puts up a deep three. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Now, here's Mitchell. Mobley outside. Another shot. Allen kicks to Mobley. Mobley a screen on Turner. 6 to shoot. And Mobley throws it down.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Halliburton for three. And the Pacers can't get it to go. The Cavaliers leading by 12. And then Mitchell with the dunk. What a difference in this crowd right now.
That's how you silence a building.
Halliburton passes to Turner. Halliburton outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Halliburton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I think because Halliburton can knock down that three with regularity, you got to defend him closely at all times.
Walker against Mitchell. Diving in. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Cleveland.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Donovan Mitchell.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. They've led by as many as 14 points, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental...
opening lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell out there with Isaac Okoro, and it's Hunter in at the small forward position. And for Orlando, on the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court, and it's Suggs in at the 1. Now here's Suggs. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. 5 on the clock. Banchero the screen. Mobley grabs the board. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now. Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and Coach said, we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, B.A.
And Allie, thanks.
We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Picked by Carter. Fires for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. And they're on the run. And here's Hunter from the arc. Cleveland again missing. Now here's Suggs. Guarded by Okoro. Carter from outside. The rebound by Allen. The Cavaliers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Caldwell Pope against Mitchell. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well-run play, and Mitchell puts it in the perfect spot.
Now here's Suggs. Not a lot of room. Drills it from deep.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Mitchell. The 3 is up. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Wanting the ball there. Mitchell getting those 3 points back.
Suggs surveys the D. Wagner with a screen. Suggs no good.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Mobley up top, defended by Wagner, and stolen by Banchero. Wagner against Hunter. Wagner on the wing. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Count that one.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Now here's Caldwell Pope, and the three-pointer goes. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Jacks up a 3, and it's Donovan Mitchell with a 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Caldwell Pope against Mitchell. A good look from Allen. Shot is good, off the back rim and in. Allen's got his second basket on the night.
More than just a low post threat, Allen is also capable of connecting from the mid-range.
Suggs with it, guarded now by Okoro. Wagner, the pass to Caldwell Pope. A deep 3. The rebound by Allen.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Did you see that, B.A.? Just an emphatic tomahawk slam.
Wow, just pure power right there.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Cleveland has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Out to Mobley. Here's the 3. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one.
Shooting while in rhythm. Good to see Mobley firing with no hesitation.
Down low. Here's Carter. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. The Cavaliers on top. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Cavaliers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference. Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Here's Suggs. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And how about the leaping ability of Suggs? Getting off the floor with such ease.
Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Mitchell gets a step. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You can tell with that smile on his face. Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Suggs outside. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Oh, my. That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Mitchell against Suggs. Mobley, a screen on Suggs. Inside, and stolen by Banchero. In transition, the Magic on the run. Here's Carter. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Cleveland has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
For Orlando, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. That shot is off. Okoro, the defensive effort. Mitchell, the pass to Hunter. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Hunter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Mitchell knows it's not all about him out there. If he can get another guy a shot, he will do it.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Mitchell. Oh, Donovan Mitchell, just electric.
It is not an easy thing to body up to Mitchell. He is built like an absolute brick.
Wagner for 3. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 6 rebounds in the game. There's a minute 40 left to play in the first half. Oh, there's the alley. Stolen by Carter. Pass to Banchero. Wagner on the wing. There's the triple. The Cavaliers pull it in. Allen's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Okoro with the ball. Now guarded by Suggs. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
The defense had the pass well anticipated. They know the offense wants to get that ball inside.
Banchero no good. The Cavaliers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Whoa! Emphatic finish from Banchero.
Wow, Banchero using his size to find a path to the rim.
Suggs against Mitchell. Rebound by the Magic. Banchero's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Suggs. The kick out to Banchero. At the arc, Banchero finds his mark.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell.
Both free throws good for Mitchell. We've got 33 seconds left in the second period. Caldwell Pope against Mitchell. The shake. Carter on the wing. Pass to Wagner. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
The drive by Mitchell. A strong move by Mitchell inside. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Cleveland on top. They're up by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Jonathan Isaac is out there with Mo Wagner. Then it's Goga Batadze, and it's De Silva in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Pass to Black. Got a piece of it. Clock at 6. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Just 5 on the clock. Batadze, the pass to Isaac. The Magic need to put one up here. De Silva, no good. The Cavaliers leading. To the inside. Strus. Soft touch off the glass.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's Black, guarded by Garland. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Here's Black. Offensive board. Pass to De Silva. To the paint. Goes back up. Here's Isaac. Up and in on the layup. Isaac's got his first basket of the night.
Possessions that end with close looks, especially for guys like Isaac, those are key to winning games.
Garland, no good. The Magic have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. To the inside. Here's Wagner. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. The Magic have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Wagner inside, working on Thompson. Here's Black, guarded by Garland. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
The Cavs trailing. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Fires for 3. And another miss by Cleveland. Orlando with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. And Wagner gets it to go.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Outside Garland. On the wing, Strus. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Strus has got 5 points.
Getting better at recognizing when his teammates are open. Garland, great time right there.
Here's Batase. Pass to Black. Back to Batase. Shoots it from the high post. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Here's Garland. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And in Garland, we're looking at one of the best passers in the league, Richard.
I don't think he gets enough credit for it. He's got such a great feel for the game, the way he wiggles in and out of the lane. It is so impressive. He is such a great, confident floor leader. And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Here's Black, guarded by Garland. The floater. Here's Batase. Strus grabs the miss. Cleveland has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. 1:05 left in the third. Pass to Wade. Now Garland. And it's blocked by Isaac.
Yeah, great link from Isaac. He gets the hand up, gets a piece using that big wingspan. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And down it goes. 2 points.
And it's been a thrilling matchup. Both teams giving their all.
Garland feeling it out a bit. Misses the 3.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Jerome, that's good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Pass to Batase, fires the 3, counted from distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Orlando. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slip passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position.
And once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
Hot off the drive, Mitchell!
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Carter, a screen on Mitchell. Caldwell Pope for three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Allen inside. He's checked by Carter. Hunter against Wagner. Allen, nice move. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And this is why you feed the big fella Allen on the inside. With his size, he is a major threat anywhere around that hoop.
Carter, the pass to Wagner. The three from Banchero. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now. Suggs against Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
On the wing, Suggs. Guarded by Okoro. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Here's Wagner. And he jams it home with authority.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Hunter, a screen on Suggs. Mitchell, the pass to Hunter. And Carter with the block. And the Magic pushing it up now. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
I like their approach here. Suggs really makes the effort to get his guys set up well.
Mitchell finds Mobley. Knocked away. And Carroll with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Outside Carter. Pass to Banchero. Nifty move. Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
The kick to Hunter. And here's Allen. Back to Hunter. Over Suggs. Mobley passes to Allen. Back to Mobley. 6 on the shot clock. Another shot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And you can't let Mobley roam free on the offensive glass. This is how you get burned.
And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That's his first foul of the game. Isaac, he's checked in for Wagner.
First team foul. Now in the lineup for your
1:24 left in the fourth.
Jonathan Isaac.
Banchero the screen. The three from Suggs. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mobley's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Okoro, right side. Launches it. It's hauled in by Isaac.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Suggs, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Suggs. The three. The rebound by Allen. They need to rally in a big way, Grant, if they want to stage a real comeback.
And BA, they better do it soon because the window is definitely closing.
Hunter can't get it to go.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
And that was a big man play by Isaac, going in with intention and dunking it.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home. Orlando with the ball. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Pass to Suggs. Carter on the wing. And it's slammed in by Carter. it's Orlando picking up the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show.
for... Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. And for the Magic, in the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Carter in at the center position. You know, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now, here's Suggs. Banchero, that's good.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options if he can't penetrate. Your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
Halliburton against Suggs. Halliburton kicks to Turner. 6 on the shot clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
Kicks it out to Banchero. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's Wagner missing. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Although they were eliminated in the first round, last season was a success stand for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs, but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
And it's Mathurin missing. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Drills it from outside.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Turner with a screen on Suggs. Halliburton against Carter. And it's Halliburton penetrating.
On the drive, Halliburton keeps his options open. If the defense doesn't commit, he just takes it to the rim.
Suggs finds Banchero. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Suggs against Halliburton. Turner with a screen on Suggs. Halliburton against Suggs. Kicks it out to Siakam. Off target with his 3. Magic leading by 4. Banchero passes to Suggs. They get it again. He goes up again, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
Back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his 2nd year, and on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
Here's Halliburton after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Mathurin against Caldwell Pope. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
Now, here's Suggs. Scoreless thus far. Kicks it out to Banchero. Wagner outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Halliburton up top. He's covered by Suggs. Siakam looking around. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Turner with the screen on Suggs. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Halliburton's got 7.
A pure-looking jumper right there. Halliburton has such confidence in his ability to score.
Caldwell Pope left side. Halliburton with the steal. On the wing, Mathurin. Power down with both hands.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Magic. He got... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot.
Solid elevation there. A consistent point of release, and KCP with excellent shot mechanics.
Outside Turner. Back to Halliburton. Turner with a screen for Halliburton. Driving the lane. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Turner over Suggs. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Turner. Orlando's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Magic leading by 7. Caldwell Pope knocks it loose. And a wide open look for Siakam. Buries the long-range jumper.
And this is what separates Siakam from other guys his size, the ball handling and that ability to stop and pop.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Caldwell Pope with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Inside. Banchero inside. He's covered by Halliburton. Down low and stolen by Siakam. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. And Walker throws it down hard.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those pucks over here.
Banchero a screen on Walker. Here's Suggs. Banchero inside. Working on Walker. And it's Suggs missing. Pacers trail by 4. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Here's Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
And a guy who can get up off the floor. Halliburton will throw one down if you're sleeping.
Caldwell Pope with the screen on Walker. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Guarded by Walker. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Really most effective when he's in attack mode, and KCP with the athleticism to do it.
Halliburton against Carter. Outside Mathurin. And it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
1:12 left in the second quarter. To the inside. Out to Turner. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Drains it from beyond the arc. Halliburton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Saw the defender closing, and Halliburton got it away in a hurry.
Banchero is screened for Caldwell-Pope. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
A big-time scorer. Banchero with a deep bag. It's a great pump fake to get the defender in the air.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It's Caldwell-Pope with the drive.
And that quick first step that Caldwell-Pope possesses is lethal. Drawing the contact there thanks to his aggressiveness.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line for the Magic.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Turner with a screen for Mathurin. The teardrop falls in. Mathurin's got 6.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And Wagner drives in.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Magic lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
They've got Black. Wagner is out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's Bitadze in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Shepard. Orlando grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Bitadze. Here's De Silva. Good on the three-point shot. And the Magic lead by 6.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Shepard with the ball. Here's Bryant. And finish off by Bryant.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Here's Black, still without a basket. Isaac trying to break free. A nice shot by Black.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Batadze the pass to Isaac, and Isaac throws it down.
You got to push Isaac out of the paint. Once he's got that position, he is going to be all over the rim.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Now Shepard. Pass to Toppin. There's the three. And it's Wagner with the rebound. To the middle. It's stolen by Shepard. Isaac with the steal. And Isaac throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Now, here's Neesmith. He's covered by Isaac. And it's Goga Bitadze with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Nemhard. He's defended by Wagner.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Third team foul.
Stolen away. Here's De Silva. Nemhard covering. Here's Isaac. And he banks in the layup. Isaac's got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Here's Shepard. Sinks the triple. Shepard's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for space.
Pass to Bitadze. Isaac outside. .131 left in the third quarter. It's rebounded by Neesmith. Pacers trail by 9. Shepard with the ball. Bryant sets the screen for Shepard. Pass to Bryant. 5 to shoot. No good from outside. Magic leading by 9. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Black. Isaac down low. Defended by Bryant. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And it's Wagner missing. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Pass to Toppin. And now Orlando on the break. Here's De Silva. Defended by Bryant. Here's Bitadze.
Indiana foul. Shepard. First personal foul. First team foul.
Seven seconds left to play here in the third. And there's Wagner on the assist by Isaac. Wagner's got his first basket.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And we've reached the end of the third. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Indiana, the backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. Siakam a screen on Suggs. Halliburton And the layup is good.
And I'll give this to Halliburton. He's been in attack mode all night.
Walker against Suggs. Banchero is screened for Suggs. Banchero looking around. Caldwell Pope outside. And a miss there on the triple. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 6. It's to Halliburton. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
Suggs dishes to Banchero. Suggs finds Caldwell Pope. Wagner on the wing. From deep. And continues Caldwell Pope with a 3.
Not the first time we've seen this. When KCP's confident, when he's in rhythm, he can fill it up with the best of them.
And it's Halliburton penetrating and finished off by Halliburton.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Into the lane. And Caldwell Pope hits the basket.
And you see the quickness of KCP bursting to the rim.
Pacers trail by 7. Halliburton on the wing. He's covered by Suggs. Out to Turner. Plenty of space. Carter pulls it in.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
2 minutes remaining.
Caldwell Pope against Mathurin. Banchero with the screen. Here's Caldwell Pope. That one rolling around and runs out.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him to take.
Turner with it. Picked up by Banchero. Shot's good by Turner.
Oh, a fantastic combo guard. Halliburton understands really how to score as well as distribute the rock.
Here's Suggs. That one good for 2. And the Magic lead by 7.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Suggs against Halliburton. Turner with a screen on Suggs. Halliburton kicks to Turner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Love seeing this. Turner just rising and firing with no hesitation. Have to respect the confidence he's playing with.
Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him. Siakam sets a screen for Mathurin. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last. There's 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Siakam a screen on Caldwell Pope. Fires from deep. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And delivering in the clutch. Siakam with zero fear, wanting the ball when it matters most.
Caldwell Pope with the screen on Walker. Drives to the hoop. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take the ball. Now the Pacers with it. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Halliburton missing. Caldwell Pope feeling her out of it. driving to the basket. Banchero drills the three-pointer. And the Magic lead by 6.
Used to these big moments from his college days. Banchero's heartbeat should stay low here.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really